Alright, what's going on guys? It is Spacey, and in this video I'm going to be talking about the new community transmission about the new game mode. I will not go into full detail, but I am going to read just some of the important parts, but let's begin. Starting off with the name, we no longer have to call it the new game mode. It is now known as Capital Supremacy, so that is the official name for this new large-scale game mode. So for the general overview, it says the goal for capital supremacy is to win the planetary battle, gain access to the opposing team's capital ship, and destroy it. When you first deploy into a game of capital supremacy, you will begin planet side. From here, you will have to take control of several command posts that are scattered around the planet. Which command post you go after is entirely up to you. But yeah, basically the idea is that there are command posts, both teams have to try and capture them. And either you have the choice of attacking or defending. But it says as you capture command posts, your team will gain reinforcements. Once you have the required number, your transport ships will arrive. When this happens, you will have a short amount of time to make your way to the transports. Now, this is a small but interesting mechanic that is in the game, and it goes more in depth in the transmission later. But after you do board your transport, your team will begin the assault upon the opposing team's capital ship. From here, you will have to set multiple timed charges across the ship. Should you succeed in destroying the capital ship, the game will end and your team will be designated as the winners. But the interesting thing is that if you make it onto the capital ship but fail to destroy it, the battle will return to the surface of the planet, where you repeat the process and attempt to capture the command post. And then the process basically repeats itself, which is really interesting. I like that they added that. Now, moving on to the player count, it says Capital Supremacy will be a 20v20 game mode, meaning up to 40 player controlled units at any one time can take part. In addition to this, there will be 12v12 AI controlled units. During the planetary phase of the battle, we made the decision to include AI because we wanted to capture the scale of the Clone Wars while not diminishing your odds of playing the iconic heroes. This is similar how we use AI within Starfighter Assault to add to scale and the feeling of heroism as you cut through them. This means that when the battle is taking place within the ground phase, there will be 2 teams of 32 engaged in combat. While the battle escalates to one of the capital ships, this will be lowered to 20v20. I'm disappointed that, it's going to be 20v20, but again, we do have 12 AI on both sides, but let's move on. Then it just talks a little bit about how the command posts work and all of that. Now, another important thing to note is that it says once a team has earned enough tickets, their transports will arrive. For every person that reaches the transport in time, that team will receive extra tickets for their attack upon the enemy capital ship. That little phase I was talking about earlier, if you do get on your gunship, it's an extra ticket, which will help your team out greatly if it comes down to, a very close match. And then it moves on to say the attack on a capital ship occurs in 2 sub-phases. The attacking team have to override one of 2 doors, and from there, they will have to plant a device to destroy critical ship systems, while defenders can interact to stop the timer from progressing. They are unable to reset it, so every second counts. Once the timer is complete and both power generators have been destroyed, the game is over. The attacking team only has a limited amount of tickets during their assault upon the capital ship. Should this ticket count reach 0 before they've destroyed the critical systems, the combat will return to the planetary surface. Now, it says that the key areas on the Venator are the cargo bay and the reactor core. Those fighting for the Trade Federation will be defending a separatist dreadnought. This Providence-class destroyer was used heavily during the Clone Wars and was one of the biggest ships in the Separatist fleet, large enough to hold a blockade almost by itself. The Dreadnought's power is to be feared. Both the droid deployment bay and the cooling vent room will be the areas of interest while on board the Dreadnought. Now, if I've read this correctly, I don't think we'll be able to go to both ships simultaneously like the 2005 Conquest. That's extremely disappointing because I really wanted that feature to be in the game mode, but oh well. Now, moving on to the last part about the Clone Wars era, it says Capital Supremacy will be a Clone Wars experience, meaning all the heroes and reinforcements available will be those from that era. This is the perfect opportunity to take control of our 2 new reinforcements, the dual-wielding ARC Trooper and the Vibrosword-wielding BX series Commando Droid. Now, there are no cross-era heroes in this game mode, so for the light side you get Obi-Wan, Anakin, Yoda, Chewbacca, and for the dark side you get Grievous, Count Dooku, Darth Maul, and Bosk. Now, moving on. Says at launch, capital supremacy will be available upon Geonosis. This isn't the Geonosis that you know from our Galactic Assault or Heroes vs. Villains either. Our goal is to make the environment that was created specifically with the mind of capital supremacy in mind. Now, that's basically everything I'm going to talk about. But yeah, guys, that is going to end it off for this video. If you want to read the full transmission, I will provide a link down below. But this has been Ace Spacey. If you did enjoy this video, please like and subscribe. And tell me down in the comments what you think of the new mode. But peace out, everyone.